Hello, my name is William, the lead developer of Post-Apocalyptic Pawn Shop. This is an introduction and tutorial for the first public version of the game, 0.005. A disclaimer first though, this game is by far not complete, or even that fun right now. This video's purpose is to show the game in its development and the adventure of making it. The benefit for the viewer is that they can influence the game's direction and the final product. The benefit for me, the developer, is the feedback and interaction with the very people who the game is made for. This will be the first of many videos I expect to release. Here I'll give a quick explanation of the game and how it works in version 0.005. On to the tutorial then. So first we open up the folder, launch the exe, then we'll press play. Wait for this to load up. Now here we got a menu screen, it's kinda nice, there is music. You won't hear it because I'm recording. First note, the options here are a little bit redundant because they're in the boot up menu, but they do work. However, it is advised that you use the one first off, as it can cause some bugs with the GUI, as seen here. Now that we've seen that, we can move on to the game. Start a new game. Here we have some options for starting your character out. Seems really cool, right? Well, doesn't work just yet. Sorry about that. Now that we're done with this screen, let's move on to the game. Eventually there'll be a loading screen here, but for now, this'll do. Might be a little bit of loading. Haven't had everything optimized. It works. Now that we're in game, let's first look at the controls. We can press W, A, S, and D to move around. We can also press Shift to toggle on and off mouse lock, and we can press spacebar to jump. Next, let's look at our stats. We got a name for our business, our money, level, experience, fame, and our business level. After that, we have this button here. This button won't be enabled in your version, but for now it's just some cheats. And in the future, it'll have things like your profit rate, bank loans, managing your business, all kinds of features to be discussed later. Next, let's move on to the suppliers. These are like trade caravans, or a place to buy your stuff for your store. You have to first unlock a supplier before you can purchase their items. If we do that now, we can see a few more options arise here. We can invest money into them, and that works. However, it's not that useful right now and might also be disabled in your version. Also, we can reduce the time and the price. Also, again, not very balanced, may not be in your version. Let's go into the actual items themselves. We can scroll through with the mouse wheel and look at all the items we can buy. First off, let's buy an item. Let's buy a few, actually. So you can see here it says our order amount, and if I increase it, it'll order a few more items. What we'll see is a countdown timer, and that's the time it's going to take for that item to spawn. Now, at the moment, they'll just spawn in random places around the store. That happened. They also have a price. It's kind of intuitive, I figure. Note that when you buy an item, it will take a little bit longer for it to come to you the next time you purchase the item. So right now it takes 30 seconds, but the next time it might take a little bit longer. Also notice now that I've bought another weapon, my money seems to be less than most of these other items I can purchase. I can no longer purchase them. They are grayed out. On to the next window. The town information window is going to be a very important window later on. Right now, it just lists all the current NPCs in the game. Here, if we click on one, we can see their information. So they have a name, they have a job, they have their own money, they have an income, which they earn every day. They have an economic class, a level, and experience, just like the player. They have an opinion towards you, and also their own popularity. Most of this doesn't matter just yet, other than their opinion towards you, and probably their income and money. Actually, their job matters too, because they want items from your store, generally based on their job. Not in all circumstances, but this is for most part the case. Let's look at Ruben Ivan. Is that Ivan? It's Ivan. He wants 2 combat knives, 3 soap bars, 2 shampoo, and a cosmetic demo sphere. How classy. Let's look at him now. Look him up, he's a manager. So, I guess he wants to be clean, looking nice. I guess everyone needs a knife in the post-apocalyptic world. Next, let's actually look at supplying a customer's needs. So, let's wait for a new customer. Real quick, I should probably explain the popularity system, because it directly relates to how customers spawn. Customers will spawn based on your popularity rate, which is otherwise known as fame. Names might change. Right now we're currently at nobody, so there's a very slight chance that people will come to your store. These probabilities need to be tweaked, but there are 4 stages of fame. There's nobody, known, popular, and famous. All these have their own probabilities of customers coming to you, and they'll probably also help you with things like how much the customer is willing to put up with. That's all. Let's move back to how we actually supply the customer's needs. Here we go. We have Axel Callard. He asks, how are you? What does he want? Well, looks like he wants a beer and some canned food. Let's order some of that up. Oh, look at that. Alright, let's supply him. We're going to pick up the item by right-clicking it. I didn't mention that, but it's probably important. And we'll carry it over to the window, and then it disappears fashionably. In the future, we'll have him show up here and actually take the item from you, probably. But for now, that's how you give an NPC an item. You can pick up any item. As we notice, when we pick up an item, we have some information about that item when we look at it. So we have the owner, we have the type of item it is, the player's sell price, and the store price we bought it for. Let's take a water drum and give it to him as well. And we don't have any pitchforks, so we'll move on to the next thing. The pawn system. This is not complete and very much new. So here we have Owen Cedric, who would like a loan of $1,260, and he's proposed an interest rate on that loan at 12%. He wants to pawn 3 items: his M14, his scrap parts, and an ammo crate. And here we have some options here that aren't very intuitive. Make a counteroffer, some sliders that you don't really know what it's doing, and this one, which seems to increase the total fee, and the items themselves, so you can exit them here. This is probably functionality that won't be in here. We can also decline it, and he's going to say something as he leaves. We'll wait for a new one, though. Here we go. Sean Monty arrived. He wants a loan, and he's proposing 3 items of collateral. Let's accept this. So as soon as we accept it, the items come in here. Now we have an item. We get different information. Here it lists the loan price instead of the store price, the late fee, which is if we don't give him back the item when his loan is up, the type of item, and the time left on the loan. And also the owner of the item, so you don't get confused. We also have a new box that just appeared up here, which is our pawn tracker, which is a useful thing for tracking all the weapons we have in loan. So we can see them counting down here. Let's wait till they're ready to expire. Actually, first, let's put these items somewhere where they'll be easy to find when they're ready to go. Let's put these items over here. What do we have for him? We had a machete, okay, a revolver, and a hunting rifle. Alright. This isn't his. That's right, we just put it on the counter. Let's take the machete, let's bring it over here. And his revolver, which is going to be this one. Alright, let's wait for the loan to be ready. Alright, here we go. Garrett Archer's scrap parts are almost ready. Let's go grab them. I hid them out back. Okay. Splendid. We have a timer on here as well. What we'll notice though, this turns red when it does that. Only the individual item will turn red later on, maybe even in your version. And right here, let's give him the item. Now it's gone. He has it, and also, he spent money on it. We have our own money. Let's look for him. What's his name? Garrett Archer. Right. So, he has some money. Alright, that's about it. That's about all the show, other than all the items, which, there's category types. If I run around the building here, we do have an exterior. This will eventually be a town, I guess. Doesn't look very nice right now. I really don't like the look of it, but I felt like it should be there because I don't want you just to be inside of a building. I have some examples here of buildings I've modeled so far. They're just rough versions, not anything final that I would actually put in a game, but there's something to give you an idea of what the buildings might look like. They have no textures because, again, they weren't really modeled to be textured. I do suspect, though, that this will be a lot better soon, probably, because it's been kind of bothering me. Same thing with all the textures. Everything that you kind of see is not going to be in the final game. Oh, look. We have a pawn almost ready. Let's drop that off and we'll say goodbye. Let's find his stuff. Oh, that's right, we put it all over here. So we have the hunting rifle, which will go that. And then we have the machete. And then let me show you another example. Here, if we wait for this to expire, something quite naughty will happen. Alright, it's getting close. Well, we can notice our money right now. We have 2016 money. And we're about to expire on our pawn. What happens? Well, we just got some money taken away from us. That was the item fee. Well, if we look at the item, oh look, we're now the owner of that item. And it's now an item just like ours, because we paid the fee for it. However, if the NPC did not have enough money for the item when we went to put it inside the box, the fee would not be taken, the ownership would become ours, and we'd have a free gun, which is a great way to make a good profit in the post-apocalyptic world. That's what I got to show today, and have a nice day, and I look forward to posting more videos, with hopefully a lot more polished version. Thank you for your time.